Black women are crying over passport bros. I mean, guys, women don't understand that without men, they are at the elements of the world. They are open to all of the elements of the world. They are at the mercy of the world. They are at the mercy of the world. They are at the mercy of the state. They think that because Western society has given them special privileges while men are given special punishments, they are all powerful. They don't realize that it's all imaginary. And the value of a woman to the state is based on her ability to reallocate resources from men to the state. That's it. I've been homeless 10 years ago, guys. I experienced homelessness. I told you that. And during that time, I saw how destitute so many women became. And women tended to end up in much worse shape than men. For example, there were women out there in the streets, and when it was their time of the month, they would just bleed through their clothing. That's the honest to goodness truth. And these women in Western society, they don't have, I think the saying is a pot to piss in, yet they seem to believe that men are there just to serve. A lot of these women are using Tinder and dating apps just to bum food off men. A lot of women won't even leave the house unless a man cash apps them because these brokies don't have a dime to their name. A lot of times when they go out on dates right now, and the guy says, I'm not paying the bill, she goes, I'll pay for mine. I'm not paying for yours. She immediately goes, well, I don't have any money. And unless the restaurant, says, okay, well, we're going to cover your cost. And a lot of restaurants are saying, yeah, we're not doing it anymore. And they're calling the police. She's screwed. And then the guy's like, yeah, I'm not taking you home. You're an adult. You can take yourself home. The woman goes, you can't leave me here. I don't have, I don't have any money to get home. I can't use Uber. Like they are so broke. And then when men basically walk away, they go, this guy gave me the icks. This is the reason why. Like some dudes are like, oh, never just abandon a woman if you're on a date with her. Absolutely walk away from her. She's a grown adult. She can take herself home. You do not own her. You do not have responsibility or authority over her. She is under the authority of the state. Never forget that. Under any circumstance, if you do not feel comfortable, if something is going wrong with a woman, walk away. Walk away. Just like men are walking away from their families, walking away from their kids, walk away. Never be afraid to walk away from anything. Never get involved with anything that you cannot walk away from. It's the honest goodness truth. So you have these women who are now crying and screaming over passport bros, the same men that they did not want. One minute they're cussing, oh, these men are terrible, and nobody cares about these men. And then within a second, these passport bros are across the world just setting these women straight because these men have already left the country. They're making their money out of the country, so you can't get them fired. You can't cost them their jobs. These men have nothing to lose and everything to gain. They can stay on. They can literally sit on the internet all day. They're chilling in the Philippines, Latin America, God knows where, and if you want to mess with them, they have all the time in the world to mess with you. Let's jump into this video. I've looked at it a couple of times, but it really illustrates the situation right now.
Wanted to give my take on the passport boys, aka these men that are leaving the country to find their wives or to find women that they feel like are more traditional than American women. First comment, get a fucking grip. Like, are you guys really being fucking for real? The fact of the matter is, the average woman does not even require that much. But the average man is not willing to even do the bare fucking minimum to get and keep a. I'm at the airport in Atlanta, and I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. In addition to just feeling disrespected and unappreciated by men in my own life. It's another thing when you wake up to comments on the internet by other black men who just hate black women. Like, I don't know. I feel like everything black women do is a problem. I don't feel, I don't feel safe, protected, loved around my own men of my race, and it hurts.
She's the one who went after these men. She said that no one wanted these men. All right. She said no one wants these men. These men are dusties. And now she's crying her eyes out. And who does she turn to? She wants the same men Same men that she was cussing out to now respect her and defend her. It doesn't work like that, Keisha. It doesn't work like that. These women are panicking out here. They have no one. They think that they have the state. They think that they are in charge of the state. Let me explain something to you. They are simply agents of the state. But you know who outranks them? The cops, law enforcement, and they check them all the time. And these women think that like when everything goes downhill and a Marxist regime is put in place, they're going to have special statuses in this new government, in this new utopia, dystopia. And they don't realize they're just useful idiots. All right? They are just useful idiots. They will be the first ones that the state will say, listen, we don't need these people anymore. We don't need these people anymore. They're not doing anything for us. In fact, they're costing us money. We don't need these people anymore. That's really how it works. Okay? Because the state is not a human being. The state is not a person. The state is an organization. It's an institution designed to make money for its shareholders. We do not live in a democracy or a republic. We live in a federal corporation.
So, good morning. So the passport bro business is like really people are losing their minds. And a young lady posted a video, and I'm not going to stitch it because everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I'm not trying to, ruffle feathers and get anybody upset. You say what you said. And she appears to be of Asian descent. I'm not 100% sure what. And she's saying that the reason that this is happening is because people are going where they're respected. That's why there's passport bros, that they're not respected, that they're not treated right, and that's why they're choosing this. She is married to an African American man. And let me say this, the confusion around the passport bros is this. We do not care. What we care about is that you choose to degrade, disrespect, demean the women that brought most of you into this world to justify your reasoning. That's the problem. If you feel that you need to go to Antarctica to marry a polar bear, you don't have to say because black women are this or Caucasian women are that. You don't have to do that. Get a polar bear. But the level of disrespect and complaints and whining that they do to justify their actions is where the problem lies. And when you say that they're going where they're appreciated and that's why they're marrying outside of their race, are you not appreciated in yours? Your race doesn't appreciate you? Is that why you went outside of yours? Because it goes both ways. Stop it. Stop it. Do what you want. If you want to wear heels all day instead of a sneaker, you don't have to bash a sneaker to justify why you're wearing a heel. If you want, to live in Florida instead of New York, you don't got to bash New York to justify living in Florida. Do what you want, whatever makes you happy, but stop making excuses and blaming people for the choices that you make. That's the problem we have with passport bros. We do not care what kind of women you like. We care that you won't keep certain women out your mouth.
Look at that. Won't keep certain women out your mouth, but these are the same women that attack these men, that have been shaming these men, going after these men for years. And when these men start clapping back, and the women that they're in relationships start clapping back, now these women have a problem. You see, they could throw it out, they could dish it out, but they can't take it. That's the reality of it. That's how women operate. All right. These women went after these men hard for years, attacking them, shaming them, demeaning them. And now these men are coming, bringing receipts and bringing their ladies. And the women, the Asian women, are coming at them. Listen to how disrespectful this woman is, calling the women in other countries polar bears. Basically saying going to these other countries is like going to Antarctica, like going to the North Pole and getting a polar bear. Going to a desolate region of the world and getting a wild animal. Like that's exactly what she means. So she's throwing all of this shade and she's disrespecting these men. And that's what these women have been doing, disrespecting these men. And now they're saying, keep our name out your mouth because they can't handle it. They are powerless. I've told you, women in this world are powerless without men. They are completely powerless without men. They have no power whatsoever without, and they don't understand that the power from the state comes from men. And it's because of how tyrannical the state has become, why it's in this state that it's in. But the state has no real power without men. Who are the enforcers of the state? Men. If all men said, yeah, we're not going to hold up the state anymore, if the agents of the state who do the state's bidding, which are men, said, we're not going to play game, we're not going to play ball anymore, the state completely collapses. It happens all the time. Without men, there is no state. Guys, if you enjoyed the content on this channel, consider checking out the Men Walking Away channel. There's a link to the description in the video. I release daily videos there. Go check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the content. What do you guys think regarding this? Black women are crying over password bros. Miss me with that, sis. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, Men Walking Away. And cheers.